Good morning and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Just up together in there. I've been desperate to do that.
Do my Marley impression. Well, that's the wrong season, isn't it?
That's next. That's next.
That's next. Yeah, you'll see these again.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Halloween to you all. It is Wednesday, the 31st of October 2018, and you are joining us for a spooky, spectacular Craft Along Live. I have the lovely Jo with us in the studio today, and we are going to be crafting a fantastic Halloween project this morning, just to give you guys some funky inspiration if you still want to do anything today. We're going to be using the same dies that we were using last week with Sophie, the Thinlits Sizzix Halloween dies. They're super fun. But for anybody who is watching, then thank you for watching, welcome, and thank you for joining us. If you've got any questions as we go, as usual, just pop them into the comments box below and I will keep an eye on it and ask Jo any questions so that you guys can get the most from the session. And Jo loves to answer the questions.
I'll do my best.
Jo loves the questions, so any questions you've got about die cutting, paper craft, card making, all that good stuff, then do pop us a comment. And also let us know if you're watching, say hello, tell us where you're watching from so that I can give you a shout out, because I do love to do that. We've got a few people watching already, so welcome. Let us know about the sound and tech as well, and the lighting and stuff. We're trying to make it a little bit spooky, but if it's not working, then just let us know and I'll hit the lights on. So, Jo, what are we making?
Okay, well today I've made a 3D card, so that's the front.
Lovely.
And then just to open it up, and I don't know if you can see, we've got a spooky house with a background, a couple of gravestones.
I like it.
So there we are, that's what we're going to make today.
If you turn it around and we can see the writing.
Which way? Sorry, that way?
Yes. So we're just going to get the microphone on. There we go.
I knew there'd be something I'd forget.
There's
I
always
normally do. Oh, will it sit on there? There we are. Is that better?
That is better. Can you all hear us? Can you all hear us? Welcome. That's a bit better. So yes, Jo, show us again. Show us what.
So that's the front of the card,
lovely.
And then we open it up, and we have a spooky house. 3D.
I love it. And then hold it up just a little bit higher to the camera so everyone can see that. Look how fantastic that is.
Okay, so that's what we're going to attempt today.
Attempt. We will not attempt. We will do.
We will make. Absolutely.
And for anybody who's watching, you can see that we've got a little promo code for you all today. So anything you want, if you want to buy anything today off of hobbybase.co.uk, you can get 10% off your order by using the code SPOOKY at the checkout. But that's not for sale items, it's for standard priced stuff. So it is a good time to shop for all your stuff. Any product doesn't have to be Halloween based. You can get your crisp stuff right now, but as long as it's not in the sale, then you can get 10% off by putting that code in at the checkout. Okay, so here's Troy. Troy's with us. Happy Halloween.
Morning.
Hi lady. Happy Halloween, ladies. Hi Troy, thanks for watching. And we've got a few more people joining us. Great. If you're watching, tell us where you're watching from by putting a hello and pop it in the comments box. That was a little bit Halloween-y too.
It was, yeah. I'm getting nails done.
So, okay, Jo is going to crack on with her project, this wonderful Halloween 3D card using some of the Thinlits. I think I've got a little thing here. This is the die set that we're actually using. And what's on the other one?
We're also using the house. It's one that we did something with way back in the spring or the summer.
Did, yeah.
Which I've been itching to use for Halloween ever since.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, let's crack on with it. The floor is yours, Jo.
Thank you. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is to make the card, and this is a 4x6. So what I've done is I've actually scored already a piece of A4 card, and then what I'm going to do with that, and if I can find my ruler.
Yes.
Do we have a ruler?
I do have a ruler somewhere. What have I done with it?
Oh, there it is. I found mine. It's okay. That's fine. Yeah. And then we're just going to just fold it fine. It's very spooky, but it's a bit difficult to see. We will carry on. Never
Let
mind.
me know if you need me to get the light on, I will.
If I start taking my glasses off like that, then yes.
That's the sign.
We're okay so far.
Good morning and welcome to everybody who's watching. Do say hello, let us know where you're watching from in the comments box, because we always want to say hi. And if you've got any questions for Jo, then again ask away, because Jo loves to answer the questions about all things papercraft.
Okay, so actually what I needed to do is cut that again slightly.
How are you finding the adorable scoreable board?
Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. It's
so
probably
good,
the best one I've actually used, to be honest.
I love how it's got the little lips.
It's so easy to use. The numbers are on the outside.
Yeah,
yes, it's absolutely wonderful. So of course, me measuring things wrong, but then you're probably used to me by now. Okay.
Jen Edwards says she loves this card.
Hey Jen, how are you?
Jen. Thanks for joining, Jen.
My friend Jen.
Yay, nice to have you here.
Okay.
It's a very funky card too.
Right, okay, so there we go. And then we're just going to fold it in half to create the actual base card. There we go. This card's very good quality, actually.
Oh, good.
So, and there we are. So there's your base card. Yep.
Lovely.
Okay, we're going to do the inside first.
Great.
So what we need to do, what I've done for today is actually gone onto the internet and found some free Halloween printables.
Yeah, I love
just
this.
make sure that if you're doing that, they're not copyrighted. They are free. Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So what I've done is I've printed
That's a
some
really great idea.
out. Well, they're great if you haven't got anything specific that
Like
you know,
papers,
like yeah, absolutely. So this is what I'm going to use for the inside. If you can see that for the background.
Yeah,
there.
lift it up a little bit.
Ta-da, ta-da.
Ta-da. Yeah, nice.
Okay. There we are. So I'm just going to cut these out. And you're going to need two backgrounds.
Okay.
One to cut the house out from, and then one to go behind it, because obviously where you cut the house out, you're going to have a blank.
Okay.
All right, you'll see what I mean in a minute.
Okie doke, fine.
So these I've done slightly bigger than needs be. So I will cut them down once I've actually popped them into the card.
Good morning, Lucy. Lucy says hello, good morning.
Good morning.
And what a fab card.
Thank
Loving
you.
that.
Thank you
It's
very
awesome,
much.
is it not?
It was fun to make.
Yeah.
Absolutely fun to make. It was a case of knowing when to stop adding things, because these dies are so cute.
Yeah, they are.
You could use them all up.
This is the die set that we're using. Lucy, really versatile. We used this last week as well. This way, I keep pointing, always point that way, this way. Really versatile, loads of things you can do, loads of little pieces. Love it. Is that all? Yeah.
Okay, so we cut them both out. I mean, the reason I didn't cut them out first is so that you could see I literally just printed them onto. This is kind of topper weight card, so it should go through most printers.
Okay.
My printer, I don't know whether you can see, is kind of a little bit lined. It was having a bit of a fit yesterday. So, but never mind. It did not want to print. It was having a paddy yesterday. So.
But I love this idea of getting some little printables as kind of papers. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many out there, and as I say, just make sure they are free and not copyrighted, please.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get into legal stuff.
No, we don't.
There we are. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is actually cut out the house.
Okie doke.
So have you got the
Die?
the dies?
I do indeed, yes. You gave those. Oh yeah, I packed them away. How silly of me being so organised and packing them away.
Gosh, you can come and organise me.
We've just popped a link into the comments box for you all, which is a quick link to all of our Halloween items that we sell here at Hobby Base.
Right.
So if you do want to buy anything, then you can, and don't forget to use the code that you can see on the screen to get 10% off. Of course, if you don't want to buy anything Halloween based and you just want to shop around hobbybase.co.uk, then please do, and you get 10% off. Just anything that's not in the sale, I've been told to tell you.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is put this through the die cutting machine. There's quite a bit of die cutting going on here, so I'll see if I can narrow it down slightly. Okay, so what I'm doing with the house is measuring it so that you've got a little the two little flaps either side of this house.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see very well, and you line it up with the paper where you want it to cut. So I'm going to try and get it quite central here.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So I'll make Make sure I've done the right thing. I'm going to move it up slightly. There we are. Now I'll have to turn this over.
So this is also a thin lit's die by Sizzix. It is the, what do they call it? 3D house, didn't they?
Yeah.
Pop-up house.
Pop-up house. Sorry, bear with me. This.
So this is a really cool, and you can get this one on hobbybase.co.uk as well.
Yeah. So there we go. Now this is going to be slightly different because I have made it these bits slightly bigger.
Okay.
Okay. As I say, my printer didn't want to play last night, so I had to do the best I could at the time.
Absolutely fine.
Right.
It's all about the inspiration. Get our Gemini plugged in.
Yes, I absolutely love this machine.
Yes.
I'm not used to using it, as you can probably tell, but you know, it's definitely on my Christmas list.
Did you see James and me have a fun experience of the Gemini a couple of weeks ago?
Yes. Yes, I did.
That was fairly amusing. But we did get it fixed, so it did work within 5 minutes. So we were able to come back on and finish the project, which we loved and everybody else loved too.
That's great. There we are. So that's the first one done.
It looks so good on that.
Well, that's, you know, that's the idea of the backgrounds, really.
Doesn't it?
So, and then they have folds, so you can fold it out. There we go. And then what you need to do is actually fold it. So it actually, if I can do this. Da, da, da.
Whilst you fold that, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Linda. Excuse me, Linda Orton has just popped a comment in. So good morning. She says that she's just making pumpkin soup.
Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
Where are you based, Linda? We'd love to know. Are you here in the UK or in the US? And she loves watching our demos. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And we love having you watch. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I've got the background and I've cut the house out. So now what I need to do is marry up the two backgrounds.
Okay.
Like so.
Got ya.
So that obviously you can see behind
yes.
it sort of stays put.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is actually put that on the card. There we are. So bear with me. As I say, this was slightly bigger than I'd actually anticipated. But it goes to show that, you know, whatever you're doing, you know, if things don't go according to plan, they still work out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Which, you know, is something that we've proven and shown over the
Yes.
many weeks of crafting.
Yes,
But-
yes, especially live.
Especially live.
You need a sense of humour.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
If something goes wrong, you're still absolutely fine.
So we're going to then stick this onto the other piece of the card. Okay, make sure you don't stick the house, because that's going to...
That's defeating the point.
Yes, that's going to be sticking out. There we are. Okay. There we are. And we fold it. There we are. So as you can see, I hope, that kind of sits on the base of the card.
Just lift it up a little bit higher. That's it.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. So then what we're going to do is stick that down. Like so. I wanted to get most of the little pumpkins in.
Cool.
So it's easier to do the inside of the card first before you actually do the outside, because the outside doesn't take more than a couple of minutes. That's the joy of this.
Yeah.
You know, this might be a little bit fiddly, but actually just try and centralise it a little bit.
So we've got a few more people watching this morning. Good morning and welcome
Good
to our
morning.
Spooky Spectacular. We're making a fun 3D pop-up Halloween card, which Joe is doing for us at the moment, using some Thinlits dies by Sizzix.
Indeed.
Looks great. So thank you for joining us. If you have got any projects that you want to share with us, then do. We'd love to see them. If you are celebrating Halloween, whether you're in the UK or not, I know we all
my knife.
like to celebrate in very different ways. Yeah, then let us know. If you've got any comments, also put those in the comments box below for Jo. Anything about techniques, tips for papercraft. We love to hear what you think and what questions you have.
And I shall do my best.
She does more than her best.
Thank you.
And we're also going to be doing some pre-recorded videos after this. So after we go live each week, if you're new to watching, I then hang around with Jo or Sophie and we do some pre-recorded content for our YouTube channel. So if you're not already subscribed, head to hobbybase.tv. There's loads of inspiration over there, from new products, tutorials, tips, techniques, tricks. So do go and subscribe.
There we are. Okay, so that's the basis of the card. Oh, I need to stick that one down too. Have fun. I mean, that's the biggest thing I think I always say. Enjoy it. You know, have fun. Don't worry if things seem to go wrong. You can always adapt.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you see.
Wow.
Okay, so then you've got your background and the house. Now, what I've done with mine, I've made the house actually black. So what I'm going to do is cut some bits out with black card now.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is recut the house.
Awesome.
This is such a versatile die, this little house. I absolutely love it.
It's welcome.
It's so sweet.
I love how the little door pokes open.
Yes,
So you can
yes.
see tons of detail on there.
Right, okay, so, and I'm also going to cut out, because we need a black cat.
Yes.
So I'm trying to do all these at the same time, just to save a little bit of time. Yeah, that's just the black I'm doing at the moment. So I think we need the bat, and I think on the front is the hat. Is that right?
Let's have a, yes it is. It is the hat.
Okay.
So there's the hat.
So the cat in the hat.
With a bat.
With a bat. Okay, there we are. Let's move them closer together, at least this way.
Nice.
A little bit less cutting out. There we are. And then we'll just run this through. Okay, right.
Good job.
The other thing we're going to do for the house is to create the smoke.
Oh yes.
Okay, so I've just found a little bit of fluffy, whoops,
Textured.
yeah, fluffy, whoops, there go the lights. Right,
There's a ghost, there's a ghost.
Woo! I hope it likes what we're making. Right, okay, there we are. We're going to need one more bat, so I'm going to cut out whilst I'm at it. Do another bat. Ooh, fiddly.
That's because the heat is everything.
Ah, there goes the sticky.
Yes.
Okay, let's cut this house out. And what the good thing about adding the layers to this card is it actually gives it more substance to stand upright.
Yeah.
So adding extra thickness in this case is actually works really well. So we'll cut out one more bat. There we are. Hopefully.
Wicked.
Okay. And there we do. And this is where the little Gemini comes in really handy.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously you've got little dies, you know, it saves time just to run it through that little mini one, which
Yeah.
I
We
think
did
is
an unboxing
absolutely,
of that, didn't
yes,
we?
we did.
That's over on the YouTube channel.
Yes,
It's so cute.
you can never have too many die cutting machines.
Yeah.
Tell you.
For those different reasons, those different die sizes, it's really cute.
It is, and you can keep it out on the desk.
And let us know what your favourite die cutting machine is out there. What you're working with at the moment. A lot of people like the Big Shot, don't they?
They do. I am a fan because obviously being a manual die cutting machine, you know, I've had one for so many years.
Yeah.
But since bringing out these wonderful dies, these wonderful electrical machines, yeah, I am a fan. I am a fan, definitely. So we're just going to cut out the smoke for the house. I only need a little bit here, so I'm going to use my scissors just to cut a bit off. There we are.
Awesome.
And this is great for sort of making little ghosts as well, because I
Yeah.
don't know if you can see, but it is actually textured. It is
Yeah, it
kind of
is.
like fluffy. There we are. So we'll just pop that through. And again, these dies are great because you can cut little bits out and just sort of make it your own.
Yeah. It doesn't have to just be in that one.
No,
thing,
no,
does
you
it?
can really kind of play with it. So while that's going through, I'm just going to stick the house on.
Okay.
We only need to actually put it on two. We don't need that bit on the top, so just cut it down to size. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There we are. And then just literally pop it on the top. There we are.
Oh, that looks really effective.
And there's your spooky house. Okay,
Love it.
there we are. Very simple, but effective, I believe.
Indeed, it is. Indeed.
And then we just need to add the smoke. Again, just sort of cut it out. Don't need the chimney. There we are. And glue this on. Whoops. There we are.
Oh, so we've still got a few viewers with us this morning.
Bear with us, please.
Yes, no, not bearing with, it's absolutely fine. Just saying, but we've got people watching,
There we
and
are.
I want to know where you're watching from. So do get involved and pop us a comment and just say hi or give us a thumbs up. If you don't want to talk to us, give us a thumbs up. To say that
Definitely.
you're loving our video this morning
Okay.
and loving Joe's mate.
Right, so we're just going to pop the bats on while we've got the card open. I do love these little
They're
dies.
so cute, aren't they?
They just open up for so many different
Yeah.
ideas. And of course, you know, you've got a cat, which doesn't have to be Halloween.
No,
doesn't
it's
have,
very
you know.
true.
So there we are. That is so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're just going to glue these on. Yeah, my chain's rattling, sorry. There we are. So we're just going to stick those on there so that we can see. Oh, that's gone behind. There we are. So one on there.
Lovely, I love that.
And where is my other one? There it is. Can't see it on this board. I should have to turn this over actually. There
What,
we
the
are.
board?
The board,
Yeah.
yeah. Bit brighter. Okay. And then I'm just going to let, they should have some glowing eyes, I believe. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to add some very little bit of bling
Nice.
so their eyes glow.
Cool.
So let's just pop some bling. A little bit fiddly, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it is. I'm just going to hold this one up whilst you do that. You can really see the.
I like, especially with the cats, you know.
Yeah,
if
the
you've-
eyes popping
yeah.
out.
Just, oops, just bear with me.
The papers that to print out on that die looks so good.
You know, they've got and they've also got colouring pages and things for the little ones, you know. So if you're having a party, it's well worth looking on there. But make sure, as I keep saying, make sure they are free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well worth a look if you know. I don't have a lot of sort of Halloween papers.
No,
They don't seem to do many,
No.
do they? So this is kind of like a stopgap, really. There we are. So there's the bats done. Okay, so what's next? We're going to put the grass on the front of the house.
Cool.
Okay. Now I'm using, if I can just show you, this is gauze paper. that I had in my stash.
Cool.
Which gives a great kind of feeling of, you know, ghosty, you know, that netting that you get.
Nice.
So yes, I'm literally just going to now measure up, and I'm going to keep the pumpkins on this one, so I'm literally just going to put that across there.
Thank you, Linda. Linda says it's a great card.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you very
card.
much. I'm glad
She
you're
loves-
enjoying
she
it.
loves watching demos, all the tips and stuff.
It just gives you some different ideas, and goes to show you that, you know, dies don't have to be specifically for an occasion. You know, they're good value for money.
Absolutely. And there's so many different, you can get really, you know, playful with them, can't you?
Yes,
With the
yeah,
product.
absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Right, and then just cut that out. And I quite like sort of different textures on cards as well. You know, I'm quite tactile, so, you know, to feel the different textures I quite enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so there's your grass. And now we're just going to add some tombstones,
Woohoo!
which I just literally cut out myself. So this goes well. So literally piece of paper, just sort of draw on the size that you want. There we are. And I add a little bit to the bottom because I need it to stand up.
Okay.
So today I'm just going to do a different kind
Oh,
of.
freehanding.
Oh yes, that's what I mean. Have fun. You know, it doesn't
I love
always have
it.
to.
Bit of freehand drawing.
Bit of
there.
freehand. So
This is uber creative.
I do enjoy it. My children just sort of grew up with this, I'm afraid. So
Yeah, I love that.
they're a bit blasé about it, but it's, you know, it's. I think it's a wonderful thing to do, to be creative.
Yeah, adding those different touches to yourself.
Yeah, let your mind wander a little
Yeah.
bit. You know, life
Your
can be
own.
very stressful. So
Yeah, I like it.
there we are.
I like it a lot.
I just cut these out. And you can decorate these as you like, really. You can get as creative with these as you like. I'm literally going to just draw. If I can find my pen in there somewhere. I'm after a black pen.
Black pen.
Yeah, mine
Biro
seems
of
to
some
have.
sort?
Oh, slightly thicker if you've got it.
Have you fell over on the shoes?
They're very pretty shoes, I might add.
Thank
I'm
you.
quite envious.
What have we got? We've got some black pen.
It doesn't have to be black, it can be.
I've got a blue biro.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Okay. Oh,
I did have a black pen,
take it
but
out again. I've all my collecting supplies.
seems to have vanished.
There we go.
Thank you. So what I'm just going to do is do a little cross, and your classic R.I.P.
Classic. All right.
There we are. There we are. And then just bend the edge back so that it actually becomes a little pop-up itself.
Cool. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't have to be too difficult. And then just glue those on. My front garden looks absolutely amazing, thanks to my daughter.
Does
She's
it? Have you
got,
decorated
she's
it
got
all?
gravestones and
Has she?
skeletons and yes, you
That's
name it. Yeah,
awesome.
she's done really
Do
well.
you get a lot of people trick or treating?
We do.
You do.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. So
We don't. We're in quite a small little cul-de-sac area, and people
Right.
don't tend to.
oh,
come
okay.
into our house a lot.
I guess it also depends on how many children there are
Yeah.
in that
true.
sort of area.
that
We've got quite a
community.
lot, so and we're right next to school, a little primary school, so
Okay.
we do tend to get quite a few.
Is anybody else trick or treating this evening? Is that a thing of the past now? Are people still doing that?
Oh yes,
yeah.
yes,
Still very much alive and
yes.
kicking.
Is anyone holding a party?
Oh yeah, parties. That's my street more. Halloween parties are all
Oh, I love it, dressing up, yeah. And then we're going to just pop some bling on the cat's eyes too. There we are. And then it is just literally just sort of sticking. Thank you. Just sort of
okay.
sticking it to the side. of the gravestone. Come on, there we are.
Yeah.
Right, I just have to cut out the pumpkin.
I'm going to just take a quick picture for our Instagram channel.
So, right, okay.
Sorry viewers, give me just 2 seconds. Nice.
Okie doke. So we just need to cut out a little pumpkin, which I think is so sweet. So where are we? Here they are. You get so many dies in this pack. It's wonderful. Right, there's the little pumpkin. Actually, do you know what? That would be a really nice name for a black cat pumpkin, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Very in keeping. Oh, what am I using black for? Orange. Again, don't throw any of your pieces of card away. I'm probably a bit overzealous in keeping mine, but they always come in handy for these little things. So it's always worth keeping a stock of offcuts. So that's that. That's that and that. There we are. That's lovely, I love these. And whilst I'm die cutting, I'm just going to die cut on the front of the card. We've got a little, I've used the hat and I've used the skull. Again, I've used sort of this grey kind of gauzy effect.
Nice.
To give it a bit more dimension. There you are. Okay, I'm just going to pop that on. And that's all the die cutting, I believe, that we need. So wonderful. Okay, so again, we're just going to stick this little pumpkin on.
I'll come and grab our die.
Thank you. And you can, you know, put as many gravestones or whatever, you know, that you want. I'm just going to stick that side for today. There we are. And I believe that's pretty much the inside of the card.
Cool.
Okay. So for the outside, I've again, just make sure you pop those down. What I've used another freebie from the internet, which I believe is here. And all you need to do is resize. So you can have it A4, you know, 4x6, 5x7. All you need to do is resize it.
That's so useful.
It's really, really easy to do. And then we just cut around. They're great if you've got last minute makes, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always handy. I mean, it's much nicer to have a pad, obviously, to hand, but you know.
This just shows that it's, you know, you can still get something done.
Yes, absolutely. There we are. But actually, what I wanted to show you as well is that I found this pad at home, so it's worth looking through what you've got. And you've got sort of different papers in a normal sort of everyday paper pack that you could actually use for Halloween. So again, have a look through what you've already got.
Yeah, nice.
We'll just stick this on the front. Be very messy today. There we are. And just sort of centre that. There we are. And then the last piece really is to add the skeleton head. And what I've done here is actually added it to a piece of black card so that you get the eyes. So again, just have a little bit of a cut off piece of paper. And literally all you have to do, it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be the same shape, just so long as it covers the eyes and the mouth, and then just literally cut round. There we are. Okay.
Cool.
And then we're just going to attach that.
Sorry.
There we are. So we
Taking
add
on my
that.
water.
I think water's supposed to help, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm running out of
Oh, there we go.
just enough. And then just sort of place that on there. Further down, otherwise we won't fit the hat on, will we? There. And last but not least, we'll
I
just...
love the paper on this because it really gives you that. It was so quick. Do you know what I mean? To get that
Yes.
sentiment look.
Yes.
You've got sentiment on there already.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, you know,
really
if you are strapped for time, you know, something like this is ideal. I mean, there's cards you can make. You can spend hours making a card, or you can spend minutes. It, you know, it depends what time you've got, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we are, and there is your final
Dun, dun, dun.
Halloween
Spectacular
card.
card. I love it. Oh, it's so good.
There we are. So
I love it. I'm going to hold it up a little bit more. So there's the front. Then open it up. Ta-da! Got this little graveyard
Yeah.
scene going on with the 3D effect.
and you could
Yeah.
even, you know, depending on the gap, you could pop a little tea light behind.
Yes, you could.
So the windows glow.
Yeah. How funky. Love, love,
And
love.
it folds flat, so you know if you had to
It
post
is
it.
postable.
Yes, very much so. There you are.
How awesome was that? I absolutely love that. Thank you, Joe.
Thank
you so
you.
much. That was so good. And really quick turnaround as well for Joe to have made that card in the last couple of days. It was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Hope you guys loved that too. Let us know what you think. Troy is saying loves the card.
Thank you, Troy.
So clever, which it really is. Really effective, right? Let us know what else you think, guys. If you were watching, pop a comment in below and tell us what you think and show us some love because we want to encourage everybody. Lucy says lovely demo. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lucy.
Thank you so much, Lucy, for watching. It was a fantastic demo, fantastic card. Guys, if you do want to shop anything Halloween based, then the link is in the comments below. And if you want to just shop on, go off and shop on hobbybase.co.uk, then as you can see, we've got a little code for you today, all day. Use Spooky at the checkout and you can get 10% off your order. So have fun. We hope to see you all very, very soon. We're getting lots of reactions and some love on the video there as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love doing these craft along. So the more you guys tune in, the more we will continue to do it. So next week we are here on Friday. It's going to be James and I again. James is back on the camera and we'll be doing something Christmassy focused. Let's just say that. So join us next Friday at 10 a.m. and we will look forward to seeing you then. And from here on, you need to go over to hobbybase.tv on YouTube and get loads more crafting inspiration. That's what you need to do for the rest of your day.
Definitely, definitely.
But thanks guys for tuning in. We've loved having you here. Thank you, Joe, for all your wonderment
Thank you very much.
as usual. And have a happy Halloween, everybody. Have a great time. Enjoy, eat sweets. Be scared, all that good stuff. And we will see you all very, very soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.